So today we're going to think about surface area, which means we're going to be wrapping it. We want to know on the outside of a triangular prism. That means the base is a triangle. A prism is named after its base. Even though this prism is laying down like this, you might think the base on the bottom is a rectangle, so that is the base. The base is not the one on the bottom, actually. The true base here are the triangles, which are on the left and right sides. So I went ahead and measured this because I want to know how much would be wrapping my triangular prism. I have a triangle at 2.5, and I used the measuring tape in order to figure this out, was 2.5. So I always started at the 0, and then I got 2.5. Then the height, which is perpendicular to the base, is 2 inches. So went ahead and measured that too, because I'm going to need that for the area of my base. So again, we are wrapping this. That means I'm trying to cover up this big Toblerone bar, and we're going to wrap it up. I need to know how much I have with no overlaps. So I have a left and a right side, which are my triangles in my triangular prism. I have a front, a back, and I do have that bottom, which people confuse for the base, but this isn't the base just because it's on the bottom. Again, this is a rectangle, and this is actually a triangular prism. So let's get started. So what I did was I went ahead and wrote down my sides and what I needed and their formulas, because we're always starting with the formulas. We had the left and the right, which were the triangles, the left and right, and we measured those already. They're going to be the same. I also wanted to make sure I used the correct formula. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So in my calculator, what I did was I went ahead and did 0.5 for 1/2. My base was 2.5, and my height was 2. So when I did this and multiplied all three numbers, I got 2.5 inches squared. Now I got that from one side, but since my other triangle was the same for the wrapping of that, that means I have, for my right side, I also have 2.5 inches squared. So I'm already done with two sides. Okay. Now we have to think about all of this blue here now, not the orange, the rectangles, and they were all the same measurements. So when I measured this was actually 1 foot long. This candy, believe it or not. So think about 1 ruler long. And then I had 2.5 wide. So this is a rectangle. So that means it's just base times height. Notice it's a little b and a lowercase b and a lowercase h because you're going to use the capital B for volume. But this little b is, my base was 12. My height of this rectangle was 2.5. So when I multiply 12 times 2.5, I got 30 inches squared. Well, now, lo and behold, I can do the same for the back and the bottom because they were the exact same. So I just need to go ahead and write that in a couple more times. So because it's a triangular prism, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, and that's true. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. And then I just need to add it all together. So 30, 60, 90, 2, 4 plus the halves is 95. And you're more than welcome to put that in your calculator when you do your problem. So it's 95 inches squared for the surface area of this Toblerone bar. So again, triangles, don't forget, you have to multiply that by 1/2. Okay, so your secret word that you need to make sure that you add to your Google form is going to be Baby Yoda. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I love watching The Mandalorian, so Baby Yoda is what you need to type into the Google form. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.